Have you ever been humiliated in front of everyone? Maybe it was a cruel joke or an unnecessary comment. It happens to the best of us. But what if I told you that with a few psychological strategies, you could turn those situations around instantly and gain the respect you deserve? Stay tuned. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to handle public humiliation and even make it work in your favor. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where someone disrespects you publicly? Maybe it's a joke at your expense or a rude comment that catches you off guard. In these moments, it's easy to feel belittled or embarrassed. But as the great philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." In other words, when you know how to respond, you can handle anything that comes your way. Throughout this video, we're going to explore timeless psychological principles and practical techniques that will empower you to regain control, command respect, and leave those moments of humiliation behind. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Tip number 1. First impressions matter. You've heard it a million times. But do you really understand the power of your first interaction? In the words of Dale Carnegie, you can make more friends in 2 months by becoming genuinely interested in other people than you can in 2 years. By trying to get other people to be interested in you. The moment you meet someone, your body language speaks louder than words. When you meet someone, stand up to shake hands. Don't stay seated. This simple act shifts the power dynamic in your favor. When you're seated, they're looking down on you, creating a perception of submission. But when you rise, make eye contact and offer a firm handshake. This is how you communicate respect for yourself and for them. Tip number 2. Handling interruptions with grace. We've all been interrupted during a conversation. It's not only annoying, it's disrespectful. But here's the thing, when someone cuts you off, instead of reacting emotionally, take control of the situation with your non-verbal cues. Fix them with a steady and firm look. This communicates that you will not tolerate their disruption. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." When you face that interruption head-on, you control the narrative. Then you can politely ask to continue. "Can I pick up where I left off?" This lets them know that while they interrupted you, you have the ability to calmly take back control of the conversation. Tip number 3. Handling humor at your expense. When someone cracks a joke at your expense, the natural instinct is often to react emotionally. Right? But here's the trick. Don't react immediately. Remember, Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, taught us that we suffer more often in imagination than in reality, so don't give them the satisfaction of seeing that the joke affected you. Instead, pretend you didn't hear it and calmly ask, "Sorry, could you repeat that?" This takes the wind out of their sails. Repeating the joke diminishes its power, and it puts them in an awkward spot because they have to repeat something that wasn't as funny as they thought for a second time around. You regain control of the situation without ever breaking a sweat. Genius, isn't it? Tip number 4. Deflecting provocation with a question. This one is a psychological trick that will completely throw off anyone trying to provoke you. When someone is trying to get under your skin, ask them a random, out-of-context question. This works because it disrupts their flow and forces them to stop thinking about provoking you. Viktor Frankl, a renowned psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor, once said, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response." By asking a random question, you are creating that space, giving yourself control over how the situation unfolds. So next time someone tries to provoke you, just throw in a casual question like, "Have you tried the new coffee shop?" and watch their attempt fizzle out. Tip number 5. Know when to walk away. One of the most powerful ways to command respect is to simply walk away from situations where you're not being valued. As Aristotle once said, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. If you know your worth, you won't hesitate to remove yourself from toxic environments. Walking away doesn't mean you've lost. It means you know your value and you're not going to tolerate being disrespected. Sometimes the best way to show strength is by leaving a situation where your presence isn't appreciated. By choosing to walk away, you communicate that your peace and self-respect are worth more than any fleeting confrontation. So have you ever been in one of these situations? How did you respond? Let me know in the comments below. Your experience might just help someone else who's dealing with the same thing. Share your thoughts and let's start a conversation on how to handle disrespect with confidence. Remember, respect isn't something you demand from others. It's something you earn by how you carry yourself and how you respond in challenging situations. By applying these psychological techniques, you can stop disrespect in its tracks and turn any uncomfortable situation into one where you come out on top. If you found this video helpful, please hit the thumbs up. And if you want more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. You don't want to miss what we have coming next. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay confident, stay respectful, and we'll see you in the next video.